the Letitia James indictment. Um, this
You think
seems to
he's going to
me
want to talk about this?
this this seems to me to be more legit than the Comey indictment in terms of not whether they did anything wrong, but whether you could get a conviction off of it.
Correct. Every
Um,
lawyer that I've
yeah,
seen weigh in on this so far said this
yeah,
is a much
yeah,
tighter,
and
much
yeah,
better.
and I'll go back to being a media critic. There's nothing in the coverage about that I saw anywhere about whether this is a solid indictment. It's all about the politics of it, all about Trump, vindictive, etc. Dan, it seems like whether it's selective prosecution or not, it seems like based on the indictment that there's a decent chance she did something wrong and could be convicted. No.
No, no. And that's why the federal professional
Yeah.
prosecutor said there's nothing there and I'm not going to bring the
Yeah.
charges. So they said, that's it, you're out.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the Scott Bessent prosecution, who apparently had the same exact thing. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Probably won't
His
happen.
cabinet, not half.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 alleged cabinet members had the same exact thing, to which they were like, yeah, but we don't want to talk about that.
Have you talked to any lawyers about it though, Dan?
Have I proactively reached out to lawyers?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Okay. I recommend it.
But, you know, again,
so you think that the federal prosecutor who was in charge just was like,
well, because it's a selective prosecution of something that isn't normally prosecuted.
She reportedly said that that facts just do not support bringing this.
Reportedly.
So can I just
that's right.
Here's what I think is important to understand. There's a difference between it, meaning it's like legally de minimis. It's like, hey, who cares? This doesn't matter, right? And when it comes to this is kind of like when we talk about the National Guard use Title 10, Title 32. Like the details matter. So on a second home, one of the big things is if you're using it like as a vacation home, that's one thing versus an investment property, because those are distinctively different. And as a guy who has dabbled in real estate, I can tell you that those are very different. You get very different rates. And there is no question, as far as I know, in terms of the evidence that is put out, that what she cited as a principal residence is an investment property, right? So if you're going to use it exclusively for the purposes of making money, i.e. rentals, etc., that's different than I have a second home.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I think from what I've read, it sounds like the defense is when she first purchased the property, it was not to be a rental. She then decided after a year or so to make it a rental.
But by the way, if you do that, that's legal. If you wait a year.
So I mean, look, we're gonna find out.
All right. All right. We're going to do some rapid stuff here, both on this topic and then political.
And Mark, I will just add, of all of this, I'm sure there is sweet justice because this is the woman who literally campaigned on. I'm going to go get the guy. So I get that.
Again, just a rapid round here, and then political potpourri also rapid round. How will this case end? Dismissal, acquittal, conviction, plea deal. Dan, how will this case end?
Either plea deal or acquittal.
Nope.
Acquittal.
No, she's going to get convicted.
Okay, we'll see. I say acquittal.
It may be.
Never plead.
Look, it may be again. It may be some technical, like you committed fraud in the 18th degree, but there's going to be a conviction here.
Yeah.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park. Hit the subscribe button. Be part of the two-way community. Never miss an episode. Be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and two-way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.